We're going to be drawing a city using 2-point perspective. So when we're doing 2-point perspective drawings, we have 2 vanishing points. And in this case, we're going to put our vanishing points where the horizon line touches the side of the paper. So we'll start with that. A horizontal line for our horizon line. And we're going to make this close to the middle of our paper. Make sure your ruler is horizontal, that it's not slanted. So we can put a vanishing point over here where the left side touches the left edge of the paper, and on the right where it touches the right edge of the paper. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to draw this building that's closest to us. So remember, in 2-point perspective, you are facing a corner. So this is the corner that's closest to us. We're going to draw a vertical line for that corner. We're going to leave a little space at the top and the bottom of our paper. It's not going to go all the way to the top or all the way to the bottom. You want to make sure you're drawing lightly with all of these lines, because some of them will be erased. So we're going to draw the lines on the bottom going all the way to our vanishing point, because that's going to be part of our sidewalk. So starting at that vertical line and going all the way to this right vanishing point, starting at the vertical line and going all the way to the left vanishing point. Okay. The top of this building is also going to line up with the vanishing point. So the right side will line up with the right vanishing point, and the left side will line up with the left vanishing point. Okay, make sure it's lined up. And we're just going to draw a line as long as we want our building to be. So this is a line that's not measured. If you want a longer, wider building, you can draw this line longer. So the right side went to the right vanishing point, and the left side is going to the left vanishing point. The back of our building is going to be vertical lines. So a vertical line here, straight up and down, and a vertical line here. Okay. So now our building is covering up this horizon line, so you can erase that. All right, so if you have windows on the right side or door, those lines are going to line up with the vanishing point. So you've got lines that are going towards your right vanishing point, and then these lines are vertical. So in a 2-point perspective drawing, all of your lines are either going to go to the right vanishing point, to the left vanishing point, or they're going to be vertical. So we'll draw a couple windows here. So the tops and bottoms of these windows will go to the right vanishing point because it's on the right side of our building. You could draw different windows. They don't have to look like this, but you do need to use the vanishing point. Okay. And these will be vertical, straight up and down. Check to make sure that they're parallel to the vertical lines of the side of your building. Okay. So we're going to do some windows on the left side, and they will line up with the left vanishing point. And then these will be vertical lines. Okay. If you have a door, the top of your door will line up with a vanishing point. If it's on the right side, to the right vanishing point. If it's on the left side, it'll line up with the left vanishing point. So we'll draw a door here. So it's on the right side, so it's going to line up with the right vanishing point. Vertical lines for the side. add one more window here just so you can see if it's below the horizon line, the lines will slant down, because again, it's got to line up with that vanishing point on the same side. Left side of the building lines up with the left vanishing point. Okay, so these are actually going to slant up. Line these edges up with the edges of the other windows. Okay. All right, so there's our first building. We're gonna draw a building that is next to this building. It's gonna be right up against this building. So what I'm gonna do is continue this line, this vertical line that I have here, straight up. There's no space in between these buildings. I'll show you later how to put space in between your buildings if you want to have an alley. Okay, so again, the right side of our building is going to the right vanishing point. So line that ruler up, top of the vertical line to the right vanishing point. Make the building as big as you want it to be. On the left side, it goes to the left vanishing point. All right. And again, the back of this building, vertical, 2 vertical lines. All right, we can erase our horizon line there. And of course, you could add your windows if you want. Again, the ones on the right side go to the right vanishing point. The ones on the left side go to the left vanishing point. So we're gonna do another building next to this one, and we're only gonna see the right side of this building because it's shorter than this building and it's right up against this building. So and we're just drawing the right side, the corner of it's right there. So we're just gonna draw a line going to the right vanishing point and a vertical line for the back of this building. Okay. I'm gonna show you how to draw 2 more buildings, and then of course you can add some of your own. I'm going to draw this building next, and the difference here is that this building has some space between it and the first one that we drew. So you can see this is like a little alley or a little road here. So on the right side, you're actually going to see the top and the bottom line, not like this one where it's just right up against that one. So the first thing we draw is the vertical line for the corner that's closest to us. The left side goes to the left vanishing point. I'm going to draw that top line there. Bottom line you already have. That's going to be part of our sidewalk. The right side lines up with the right vanishing point. So we're going to draw some of the top. But we're also going to draw the bottom. So there's our little alley. And then again, the back is vertical, 2 vertical lines. Now you could have made this go behind this building where you didn't see that. That would be okay too. All right, last building we're gonna draw is one that's coming up from behind these other buildings. So we'll just start with a vertical line. Doing the left side going to the left vanishing point. The right side going to the right vanishing point. And then vertical lines. And they're going to stop at the buildings that are in front of them. So these buildings, of course, are overlapping this building, so we don't see this part down below, it's hidden. Okay, so of course you can add your own windows and doors and other details on your building. Just remember that on the right side of all of your buildings, those windows and doors are going to go to the right vanishing point. On the left side, they're going to go to the left vanishing point. So don't get confused if you've got a building over here. It's the right side of the building, it goes to the right vanishing point. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is the sidewalk. I always have people get confused with the sidewalk. We are going to start by drawing the line on the other side of the sidewalk, and then we'll draw these little spaces, these little, like the squares of the sidewalk. Now for those, the ones on the left side line up with the right vanishing point. The ones on the right line up with the left vanishing point. So don't get confused with that. So first, let's just draw the other side of the sidewalk. So I'm drawing this line on the left, going to the left vanishing point. It's gonna start just right down below this building. So I'm gonna kind of follow this corner down to about right there and draw that line all the way to the vanishing point. And this right side is gonna go to the right vanishing point. And again, the lines in the road, the lines in the sidewalk on the right side will go to the left vanishing point. So that's something that people always get confused about. You don't ever want to have diagonals going to nowhere, diagonals that are just not lined up with anything. If it's diagonal, it's probably lining up with one of the vanishing points. Okay, so each one of these I'm going to check and make sure I'm lined up. And these should get closer and closer together as you go off into the distance. I'm not going to draw all of them. Okay, but each of these are lined up with the left vanishing point. The ones on the right are going to, the ones on the left are going to line up with the right vanishing point. So each time I draw one, I'm going to check and make sure that ruler is lined up with my right vanishing point. Okay, again, I'm not going to draw all those, but they should get closer and closer together as they go off into the distance. Okay, so if you're drawing lines in your road, these broken lines, or you could do a solid line, the ones on the left will go to the left vanishing point, ones on the right will go to the right vanishing point. If you're drawing the thickness of them, you want to get really particular about this. These lines will line up with the opposite vanishing point. But you could probably just draw those freehand. Okay, so if you were just drawing, just using a single line, you still want to line it up with the vanishing point, and they're going to start big, and they'll get smaller and closer together as they go off into the distance. Okay. And over here, same thing. Probably should have been smaller. Okay. If you want to draw the other side of the sidewalk, that line comes out from the vanishing point, and these lines will go to the opposite vanishing point. So my ruler's not quite long enough. You might need something a little longer, but these lines would go to the left vanishing point. And if I had one on the right, on the left, it would go to the right vanishing point. Okay. All right. And then you can add all of your own details, more buildings, windows, doors, and other things that you'd like to add to make it unique.